Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. The citizens of Jacksonville should be able to challenge any ordinance, especially those that are unfair and unjust, and exercise their right to repeal them. My name is Harry Lewis, and I'm joined here today by other voices in our community to announce the beginning of a movement that's about empowering the basic civil rights of the citizens of Jacksonville to repeal unfair or unjust laws. Our movement is EmpowerJacksonville.org. This morning, 2 citizens' initiatives were filed in the Duval County Supervisors of Elections office by EmpowerJacksonville.org. They will both appear on the ballot in Duval County, August of 2018. The first petition is an amendment to the city charter to create a voter's right to repeal any city ordinance that is unfair or unjust by a citizen's referendum. When passed, this will give the voters of Jacksonville the right to repeal any ordinance passed by local government which is unfair, unjust, or violates basic human rights. The second petition is a straw ballot vote on whether the HRO should be put up for a vote by the people in a future election. I stand here today as a Jacksonville consumer, a Jacksonville businessman. I met and married my wife in Jacksonville, and all of my children have been born in Jacksonville. For the last 42 years, Jacksonville has been my home. My wife and some of my daughters are here with me today. We are all concerned that our city government is working against the privacy, well-being, and dignity of women and young girls all over the city of Jacksonville, which include my wife, my daughters, and even my 4-year-old granddaughter. The Jacksonville city government has violated one of its most basic responsibilities to protect all its citizens, but especially women and young girls. That's why we believe that using the democratic process, the citizens of Jacksonville need to be empowered with the freedom to repeal any ordinance, especially the ones that are unjust, unfair, or violate basic human rights. The rights to privacy, well-being, and dignity in intimate settings are the basic human rights for all citizens. Our government is working against us, the citizens of Jacksonville. Our government has no business telling us what we can't say or what we must say, nor should they have the authority to punish us merely for our ideas or our beliefs. Our government has a duty and responsibility to protect the privacy, well-being, and dignity of all its citizens, not pass laws that threaten them. Citizens of Jacksonville, this is common sense. Soon you'll hear from some of Jacksonville's concerned citizens and patrons, as well as the other 4 petitioners who, in addition to Bennett Brown, are required by Jacksonville law to sponsor the referendum. But before you hear from them, I'd like you to meet and hear from my daughter, Karson. As a father, I would never want her or any of my precious daughters to be forced to be in the presence of any male in an intimate setting, such as locker rooms, public restrooms, or changing rooms. I'm not alone in this concern.
Hi, my name is Karson Lewis, and I've lived here in Jacksonville my whole life. I graduated from high school here, and I work here in Jacksonville as well. I have 4 sisters under the age of 12. This is Grayson. I often go shopping with her and take her out to other public areas. I am very concerned, not only for my safety, but for the safety and protection of my little sisters who are vulnerable and unable to protect themselves in what should be a safe and private space. Just knowing that a young girl's greatest fear could become legal and that we have no say in the matter is truly terrifying. No one, including the city of Jacksonville, should force a woman or a young girl to undress or shower or use the restroom where a man can be present. Because of this dangerous law created by local government, I see clearly that every citizen should be able to repeal any and all unfair just laws.